A few years ago, a well-known large company wanted me to do a job for them. So they didn't have a budget, so they wanted me to do it for just exposure. And I politely said no. Hey, I'm Joe Albert, J. Albert Studios, downtown Canton, Ohio, and welcome to Behind the Lens, where I share experiences of day-to-day business challenges, insights, all that good stuff. At least from my point of view, from where I've been, what I'm doing. Been doing this for 36 years, so hopefully this will help. Because exposure doesn't pay my rent, it doesn't pay my insurance, it doesn't pay anything. It gets your name out there, and maybe, just maybe, you might get something down the road. But here's the thing. And what kind of exposure are they talking about? It's usually exposure to the same group of people or groups of people that want something for nothing as well. So is that going to help me, that exposure to the people that they talk to and they say, hey, Joe Albert did this for nothing, or, he's an easy target. So most of those people run in the same circles. So am I really going to get anything from the exposure that I did for them? No. Honestly, no. You might get lucky once in a while, but 99% of the time, no. And I said no. And a couple months later, they came back, and all of a sudden, they have a budget for this next job, and they wanted me to do it. Had I done it for free the first time, they would have expected me to do it free the second time. So I knew my worth, and I said, no, ain't going to happen. And it's kind of really the same thing with social media. I can put stuff out on social media, and I get so many likes and so many accolades. But again, does that pay my bills in the studio? No, it doesn't. Does that pay for any health insurance, any care? Does it help me buy food for Moose, my 160-pound Corso? No, it does not. So, if you respect yourself, do nothing for zero. Nothing. If you're going to do it for a good cause, if you're going to help an organization that really needs your help, you do it freely and do it gladly, but don't do it in hopes of getting something business down the road. It just isn't. The more free stuff you do, and it is so very true, the more free stuff you do, the more people think, well, he's cheap or she's cheap. They could be the greatest photographer, but respect yourself. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You have needs and wants, and you have bills to pay. Don't do it like I did it in the beginning. Oh yeah, I had a name everywhere, and which it helped down the road like 10 years, 15 years. But if your goal is to be a successful photographer, and really this doesn't even stop with photography, it goes all over any kind of profession. But if you're going to be successful, you really have to know your worth, and you have to stand by what you believe. If it's $100 an hour to do an event, it's $100 an hour. If it's $200 an hour, whatever your price is per event, because this is a funny story. I was in an elevator, City Hall, and some lady looked at me. She goes, "Oh, you're Joe Albert. Oh, our office loves your pictures. We just print them off Facebook, and we just have them in frames around the office." And I thought to myself, there is that mentality of posting everything you do without having logos through the middle and honestly, I don't think it would have mattered to them because they just like the picture. But you don't get anybody to come down and buy anything from you. At least I don't. They like to see your stuff on Facebook, and then they make screensavers and they make blah, blah, blah with it. And you have nothing. Yes, you're doing something you love, but you have nothing to help you and your business grow. It makes no difference to me that she loves my work. I don't have any greens coming in that says, yeah, she really does love my work because they bought something from me. Then it makes it all good. But social media is a trap, and it's also a trap because you start to compare yourself to somebody else, or they're having such a great day, or they have this much work coming in, or blah, blah, blah. Instead of focusing on what you as a individual photographer needs to do, we're so wrapped up into what everybody else is doing that it steals our joy, it steals our energy. It's just not a good thing. And people steal. They just steal. And they don't think of it as stealing. That lady thought nothing of, you know what? Well, that's what social media is. It's it's out there. It's out there for anybody. Once it hits social media, the internet, anything, it's pretty much, hands off. You can't do anything about it. So if you're going to do that, make your images very small. Put your logo across the middle of the picture and put a link in there and say, hey, if you'd like to buy something from us, greatly appreciated. You can log in here, blah, blah, blah. But that's a whole nother story. But value yourself, value your time. You won't be sorry. You might hurt their feelings, but who cares? Who cares? So many organizations that I have worked with that have tons of money. They don't want to pay photography. They just think, well, no, it should be donated. Well, you know what? There are people out there that will donate that, and God bless them. But I have a lot of expenses, and I need to take care of Joe and the people that Joe loves. So anyways, that's my lesson today. I hope you've learned something from it. And if you have experiences with this, please, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments below. And some of you might have had really good experiences. I'm not saying this is the correct 100% way. I just know from past experience, this is what happens when you do stuff for nothing. Again, I'm ruling out really good organizations that need help or you feel connected to and you want to help. That's a different story. But to do it for free for a company that has the money in hopes that they're going to give you work down the road, don't do it. Just say, nope, I'm busy. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. If you like the video, please put a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to start a plan here pretty soon. It's going to be behind the lens, and it's going to be really cool stuff, and it's going to be a membership type of thing, because that's coming in the future. But I really do appreciate you tuning in to watch. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.